Alright, folks. Hope you are all ready for the dawning of the end of Occlude. Certain things that are meant to be capturing. There they are. There's the little guys down below. Now we just need to. There's the game. It's a little bit slow today, see. It had to take its time to wake up. So, today, the primary goal is we are going to finish Occlude. We are going to bring it to a close. And I did my grocery shopping last night, and the store lied to me. It said their $20 case of 18 small cartons of coconut water was going to have a 5% manufacturer rebate at the cashier, and it did not. So at least now I got my brain lubrication here to carry us through the final, what I'm assuming is the final game of Occlude. Rain at the windows. Of course there's rain at the windows for this. We have pretty much finished practically all there is to Occlude, except for actually finishing the damn game. Starting with the very first tutorial magician, we got all the coins earned. We got failed ritual with no coins, partial success, and have done the same for El Paraguas, the coffin, the stub, Mr. Slab the butcher, the punched card, and unless there's a secret bonus campaign, only the photograph remains. For the most part, this is a fun little puzzly game. Magician wasn't too hard. Basically the game of solitaire. And it tells you which cards are important. For the reaction of the coins. Which one you want to save for last. El Paraguas, I think the tricky thing for you was that the coins react when the special card is revealed. So if you have card number 1, card number 2, if card number 2 is taken off and this card is special, the coins react. If you cover it again, the coin counter reacts. Coffin required putting the card through purgatory, right? You put the card through purgatory, and then it would tell you if the card was special or not. The stub, C-H-A-N-G-E, are underlined. If the coins reacted, it would say yes, that's the correct number, but you had to pay attention to which coin was doing the talking. It would tell you the right number, yes, no, but the coin itself told you the suit, so you had to be careful with it. Stubbs the Butcher, what I got out of it was you want whichever card the coins don't react to. The coins go 2 on the left, 2 on the right, sometimes 1 on the left, 1 on the right. According to the Steam discussion forums, the logic to that one is Mr. Slab is a butcher. Butchers weigh meat. And even though meat isn't weighed on a balanced scale, the idea is it's a balanced scale. If you get a card and it's 2 on the left, it's too heavy, so you want to do a card of the opposite value until it goes 2 on the right, and then you narrow it in where it's just 1, where it's just 1, and then none, because that's supposed to be flat and balanced. Butchers don't use those type of scales. But ultimately, that's all just flavor, right? If the cards don't react, it's because that's the correct card. Punch cards, I actually had the toilet affinity that, wait a minute. One of these things mentioned the possibility of binary. And it took until I was sitting on the toilet to realize, wait a minute. Could it be binary? Is binary what it's talking about? And it turned out that for the punch cards, yeah, you do just want binary. And the binary tells you the correct card for that suit. Because anytime you touch a card, every single card of the same suit would have the coins go in the same configuration. And that configuration told you that all cards of this suit, you want this card, you want this number. Which brings us to the final ritual, the photograph. And I just now noticed that that's green ink in the photograph. There's your clue. The photograph has green ink. What's plainly clear throughout the game, as you succeeded rituals, is these lore notes you keep finding have notes in red. I think that's the guy we're playing as, doing some editorializing. As he breaks open, shatters the bounds of time, to introduce or reintroduce the game throughout time to people in desperate need. And so as you collect these, you're taking notes that all coins up is no, all coins down is yes. That reverse the past to ask a question. You press undo, and it tells you... You press undo, and that's to get it to react. Now the question marks here for even in this configuration. Face, higher, lower. The question marks made me consider doubt. That whoever is writing these notes is guessing that these configurations mean even, mean face. When in actuality, what the question mark is saying isn't, do you suppose it might mean this? Or perhaps it means something else. What the question mark is saying is that these are the questions. If you see this configuration of coins, it's asking, is this odd? Is this your card? The questions are truthful. The question mark isn't meant to express doubt. But it's still a very tricky final ritual, because I've been taking ample notes. I've been keeping my eye on the green text notes the whole time. But you still kinda gotta make some leaps of logic to understand what's going on here. If I put the 10 of clubs down and press undo, it does that. If I put the 5 of clubs down, press undo, it does the exact same thing. Because what it does is it asks the exact same question over and over and over. And the next card you pick up, it's giving an answer to that question. So, if you haven't quite made the leap yet, that what you're looking at here is you press undo, and it is asking you. It is asking you based on the card you pick up. You struggle because, like, it reacts in certain ways, right? It doesn't have to be in purgatory. If I put 6 to 7, or 6, and then 7 over, and then 6 down, and then you're pressing undo, it reacts in different ways, so you kind of have to understand. You kind of have to understand already what is going on. Because the behavior changes. The behavior changes to the logical point of it's asking questions, and if you keep on pressing undo, it might ask a different question, but it might not. It might just keep repeating. And the human mind wants to find those patterns. And so the human mind is like, I did the 7 to purgatory, I did the 7 to 6, I did the 7 to 8, and I'm not seeing a pattern of what it's asking. And, like, if I put 7 in purgatory, press undo, it does this configuration. I pick up the 7 of hearts, and it does the exact same symbol. And then I press this, and it's the exact same symbol. It's very easy to get lost. This is the final puzzle that is certainly more involved. But when they say the playtime is all up to you, depending on how the cards play out, you might do this in 20 hours, you might do this in 50 hours. It's because you kind of need to either have all the cards fall into place and lightning strike you in a moment of epiphany, or you kind of have to stumble around in the dark for a while until you realize how it's asking the questions, because it's solitaire. The game's whole selling point is it's a game of solitaire where every single time the rules are going to be different, figure out the rules. And you've got, by this point, a whole head full of patterns that you're looking for. And it kind of breaks the patterns apart, even if you've got your notes, even if you've been keeping an eye on the green text the whole game. But that's where we are. Now we are in what seems to be the final puzzle. The final puzzle, which took me so long last night, because even if I get all the correct cards known, even if I get all that, hey Hordian, even if I get all the correct cards known to save for last, I still have to play the game of solitaire. Yes, Hordian, we are playing solitaire together. And that's really tricky because it's easy to get yourself in a position where the only move is to press New Deal because the game is kind and tells you you fucked up, you played your way into a corner, there are no moves left to go, just do the whole thing over again. Which means you gotta go through the whole motion of getting the right questions to figure out what the correct cards are. And so, this final puzzle took me so long last night, not because it's inherently difficult. When I went onto the Steam discussion forums, the thread on the photograph, all they did is confirm what I already knew, that yes, you are looking at the green text, yes, you are trying to ask questions, yes, the symbols are correct, this does mean even, the other one means odd, the other one means face. So all looking at the Steam discussion forums last night did was, okay, as I thought, no ambiguity, they mean exactly that. But it took so long. It took so long to the point where it's like, man, boyfriend's gonna come home soon. We're supposed to go grocery shopping. We went grocery shopping, so I was getting more miffed that I kept having to New Deal, New Deal, New Deal, New Deal, with no hope in sight, because I gotta get the questions to get the cards known, and then solve the game of solitaire. But the solve the game of solitaire part, without working my way into a corner, or without the necessary card to save for last, being the only legal play open, impossible. So, this could be a super short stream if we end up getting the cards known and getting it to where we can beat the game of solitaire, or it could take all day. Because I need the cards to be right, to both get the answers asked correctly and play the game correctly. You want to see a solitaire dating sim. I mean, if you want a solitaire dating sim, Hordian, I think I have the answer for you. A solitaire dating sim would be something along the lines. No, not that one. I pulled up Cryptosporidium. Something along the lines of I Just Wanna Be Single, which is a game that I've been keeping my eye on for a while, wherein it's like your typical dating sim VN, except it's from like an asexual, aromantic perspective. So you're the hot new kid in town, and everyone knows you're the hot new thing in town, but you're ace. You want to make friends, you don't want to be dating, and so it's a dating sim about wanting to be solitaire. I think they had some pretty grand ambitions, as lots of indie games do, where they start off with big goals in mind, and then they gotta cut down and just call it like Season 1, or Chapter 1, or we're going to do the rest of the game as DLC. Never mind, instead of the DLC route, this is gonna be Season 1. But I'm still hoping for good things from it. The Season 1 is out, it's calling itself Early Access, but it looks like a game with lots of charm. But also, solitaire dating sim just like your dating life, you know, too real, too close to home. In that case, Hordian, you've basically got any dating sim to choose from. All you gotta do is play through it badly and not get the girl. Like you play something in the Tokimeki style. Either something from their series, or... Now, I know that Punchy and others say there's no such thing as a dating sim anymore, in the classic style where you're managing time and stats to impress the girl. But those games have been prolific on Newgrounds for the past couple of decades, so if you play like a dating sim on Newgrounds, you could like boost up your intelligence, try to get the good job with the good money, and then just not get the girl at the end. Yeah. So that would be your solitaire dating game. So, now that I've explained the game, explained where we were yesterday, explained the nature of the photograph ritual, and did a little bit of shilling for I Just Want to Be Single, let's actually play Occlude. It's been 23 minutes of stream time now. Is this how it feels for Macaw or Sumi or other streams where like they spend an hour doing the talking to friends or talking about other things before the game even starts stuff? It's actually kind of fun. So, the question is even. And it asks the question based on... Where's my pencil? Where's my pencil? Where's my good pencil? If I can't find my good pencil, where's all my super high polymer lead with a bonus eraser? It's got a bonus eraser in here. 0.5 millimeters. We love the Yap. The game was just there to make up the scenery. Funny you should mention that, Hordian, because as a Pacific Islander, I have cousins who are from Yap. Pretty sure that mom's best friend from college is a Yapese woman. Very nice family. So, I am sure that they are loving the internet's fondness for Yap these days. I've never been myself, but I haven't known a single bad person from Yap. Some fresh .5. Okay, so... No, this is asking odd. It's asking if it's odd. So let me erase my notes from yesterday. We'll start from the top. Clubs, are you odd? No, so clubs are even. Diamonds are not odd. Diamonds are also even. Hearts are even. Spades. Spades are the only odd ones. "99% of the time, chat is not really invested in it. More interested in chatting with the streamer, bickering over pointless squabbles." Okay, 1, mood, but also 2, you gotta admit that the game is also part of the appeal. If I was doing a just chatting stream, it'd be entirely different. If anything, the game gives us like an excuse, right? The game is a catalyst. It is a thing we could either enjoy together or ignore together. Okay, now it's asking if it's lower than. Is it lower than 10? Yes. You see, and now it's just asking the same question now. I already know what's odd or even. So I gotta, like, trick it into asking a different question. So, lower than 4? Lower than 4. Even? Lower than 4. So the answer for clubs is 2. Where's my 2? 2 is buried over here, alongside the Queen of Diamonds, or Queen of Hearts. Also, while I'm here, I can mark multiple cards. The game has a few hidden achievements, but instead of hidden achievements for things that are spoilers or surprises, it's more silly things in this game. Why would you do that? Mark every card. Because every single card is special. Game is social glue, exactly. Becomes relevant if something funny happens, like Zoku driving terribly. Or blowing yourself up with a grenade launcher. Or shooting dicks, don't forget. Zoku practically has auto-aim when it comes to shooting between the knees. So. Less than 6 for diamonds? No. So for diamonds, it is higher than 6. And then for hearts, it is lower than 7. Lower than 7, but not lower than 6. That made my blood curl. Yes for lower than 7. No for lower than 6. Even, lower than 7, but not lower than 6. I think that's telling me that it is exactly 6. And then if I can get it for not lower than 6 for spades. Odd and higher than 6. Okay, so clubs we know is 2, because it's the only even lower than 4. Hearts we know is 6, because it's even, lower than 7, and not lower than 6. Diamonds is even higher than 6. Spade is odd higher than 6. So let's see if we could actually beat the game then. Club is 2, so I could safely get rid of the queen. And then hearts is 6. So what I could do, move this here for now, get rid of the jack is safe. Then I could do something like 6 up here. Move this out of the way, that out of the way. Get the 2 out. Because I just want to start making moves. Queen is buried all the way down there, so I can't get rid of this jack or 10 yet. This 10 I could safely get rid of. You went back to the gym today after 2 weeks of recovering from a cold. One Hordian, glad you recovered. Your body is unhappy with you. Your body might be unhappy, but it's like a kid who was made to eat his vegetables. It hates you for now, but it's gonna come back stronger for it, and it'll never say, "Thank you, Dad, you were correct after all." Diamond is an even greater than 6. So I can move... Where's the 9 for hearts? 9 is buried also. Let's move 6, 7 here. That way they're all connected. Let's see if I can't get any more questions out of here, because I need diamond and spade confirmed. Even and bigger than a 6. Well, let's not yet. And jack counts as 11. But I can't get rid of the jack, because the queen's buried there too. If the 6 and 4 were swapped or something. If the 6 and 4 weren't like this at all. Only move is undo. Down is asking if it's even, but that's a useless question. Your diet is rice, beans, pasta, eggs, and meat. I'm sure the rice and beans count for vegetable nutrition, but no, I have not played Inscription yet. Though I do know others who do play it. I'm kind of worried I might have backed my way into a corner already. Which means I'll have to start my notes all over again. Spinach and mushrooms have been the primary go-to every meal for us. Since spinach is a super cheap green that I could put in everything, mushrooms I could chop up and put in everything, so it doesn't matter for having some kind of pasta, or for having a rice dish, or whatever it is I'm cooking for dinner that night, mushrooms and spinach is going to end up in it somehow. The 5 and 6 are here, so I can't put the 8 over because I can't move stacks. 4 is just undo. 5 is undo. I might have got myself stuck already. The 9 is buried in the 10. I hate to do it, but it might be reset time again. Because I got stuff where I can't move them. I can't move the 6 down anywhere. New deal again. This poor part of my page here is getting so brutalized. At some point, I'm just gonna have to move. A spinach quiche. My ex-girlfriend, the British one, would have loved your sister than Hordian. I have a lot of diamonds up, no hearts. Which makes asking questions about stuff more difficult. Let's get something a little bit more copacetic for the beginning. Queens buried at the bottom means I can only work up from the aces upwards. But there's more stuff here. So let's get some preliminary questions. Is it higher than a 6? Yes. Is it higher than a 10? No. So between 6 and 10. So let's see. Higher than 6, lower than 10. Higher than a 2? Yes. Heart's kind of worthless right now. Higher than a 7 for diamond? No. So, smaller than 7. Is it higher than a 5? Higher than 5. Smaller than a queen, because everything has to be. Is it higher than 8? Not higher than 8. Between 3 and 8. Now, not higher than queen doesn't mean it's not the queen. It was the queen. You see, sometimes it's really shitty like that, because I kinda have to play that queen to get everything else below it cleared up. I've only got the one purgatory. So, even when I get the right answers, either I'm locked in because of a misfortune of my own playing solitaire, getting me backed into a wall, whoop, that's on me. The game promises that every single configuration is solvable, but they very likely mean that as a game of solitaire. Every single configuration can be solved as a game of solitaire, but if you have to use one of the correct cards to solve it and not save it for last, sucks to be you. We got spades, we got clubs, we got hearts, we got no diamonds open. I want to ask easy questions in the beginning, so let's get a good circle with somewhat decent representation. No hearts in front. We got some good queen coverage at the front here. Some decent jacks too. It likes to hide stuff that you need in the back corners, so if I can clear stuff out easy. And I do see cards of every stripe, so... What's question number 1? Is it a face card? No for hearts. I'll just put NF for no face. Face card clubs? No. Diamonds? Not a face. I don't have spades open to ask them. Oh well. We'll work on spades later. I'm already out of this cartridge of coconut water. My brain is gonna start shriveling up again. But since it's not a face, for clubs, diamonds, and hearts, just get rid of them. Okay. That means lower than? That means lower than. Is it lower than a 6 for spades? No. So for spades, higher than 6. For hearts, we'll do diamonds first. For diamonds, is it... Is it lower than a 5? No. Is it lower than an 8? No. So higher than 8. And just to confirm, for clubs, that was higher than 6. That is indeed higher than 6. And then hearts, higher than 5? Not higher than 5. Or not lower than 5. Not lower than 5, so it is higher than 5. It's gonna be all no's then, because if it can't be a face, it's not gonna be higher than its... Lower than 10. Yeah, so it's lower than 10 because it can't be a face. Wait. Lower than... That's asking lower than, right? Lower than a 5. No. Lower than a 10, yes. Okay. My brain just got confused for a second. So it's lower than 10, but not lower than 5. So somewhere between there. Higher than 5, lower than 10. Which... Clubs then? Is it lower than a 9? Lower than a 9. Alright, so... What else can I clear out here? I could... Diamond is higher than 8, so I could safely get rid of 2 and 3. Heart is higher than a 5, lower than a 10. So 2 and 3 could safely go. We got some musical changes there. Where is 7 and 6 of diamond? 7 is all the way in the top of that stack, 6 is all the way in the top of that stack. Great. Because I want to combine these. Well, there's 4. There's 5. So who needs to combine when I could just clear out space? Heart is higher than 5, lower than 10. So 6, 7, 8, 9. As I get closer to the known numbers, I start playing like it's bomb disposal. Clear that up for me. Guess I wanted from that there, then that over here. And 7 down. Spades, we know it's lower than 9, so it could be the 2. 2 is a realistic possibility. Is it lower? We know it's lower than 9. So lower isn't the question I want right now. Okay, we'll ask if it's even. Not even for clubs. So clubs is odd. Is diamond even or odd? Diamond is even. See who else. Hearts. Hearts is even. Hearts is even and between 5 and 10, so it could be 6 or 8. Which are both coming up! Spades is odd. Higher than 6? Odd. We don't know if it's no face, though. Spades could be a face card for all we know, so it could be 6, 9... It could be 7, 9, or Jack. There. I do that, so I could just press undo a whole lot of times to get different questions. Let's see then, spades. Is it lower than 9? Not lower than 9. Not lower than 9, so it's higher than 9. So it could be 9, it could be Jack. Lower than game. It doesn't really help me out with stuff here because I already know these answers. It's just all trading the same too. Face. Okay, I'll take that. Face for spades. Yes. Face for spades, greater than 9. That's the Jackie boy. So we got spade down. Spade is Jack. So let me... Just to get the 10 up. Hearts is between 5 and 10 and even, so this is gonna be a pain. What I would give for the question being, is this your card? Because that's just asking, is it a face? Which you already know for most of them. Could we have it ask, is this your card? Be nice to me. It is so nice if you can get it to ask, is this your card? Ugh. Okay, let me just line some more stuff up then. Because we know that's fine. So tense right now, and all I'm doing is moving cards around. Is this your card? Yes, that's proof. You see that? Is this your card? 2 is no. I could start clearing space out now. He changed the question. Is this your card? 3? No. That's just asking odd. Okay. Is it odd? Yes. Clubs is odd. Clubs is lower than 9. Wait. Odd? Yes. So 4's fine. I'm worried about 4 for nothing. But 5 is a bother. But look at this, we're making progress. We're making actual tangible progress now. I might actually beat it. This is gonna end up being the 1-hour stream. Look at all that space we got now. So hearts we know is no face, the jack can go. The queen of spade, we know the answer is a jack, the queen can go. That's it! That's it! That's all the cards free! That's all the cards free! I just have to ask the questions now. Oh, I feel so good. We have one known solution, clues for the rest, and we have all the cards untangled. Let me pause for a moment. This is worth pausing a little. Let me just check on Discord stuff real quick. A boyfriend wants me to make sure that Onyx is using the bathroom. Onyx is napping, but it's almost his lunch time. Let me quickly check on Blue Sky. Any notifications? None. But there's some cool arts to look at. Oh wait, there is +1 notifications. It takes a while sometimes. A new Raw Dog comics? Send that to boyfriend. Okay. Alright. I think I'm ready to proceed. All I got to do now is get the cards to ask the right questions. Because for clubs, for instance, we know it's odd and lower than 9. Is it lower than 5? It can't be. Is it lower than 6? It's lower than 6. Clubs is lower than 6 and odd. That's only one card it can be. We got our first correct one! Spades we could also go ahead and get rid of. Musical change. So, done and done. That just leaves diamond and heart. Greater than 8, not a face, even. For diamond. So for diamond, let me go ahead and just spread them out. Because greater than 8, even, not a face, that should be 10. But I want to get some confirmation questions. Is it higher than 9? No. Greater than 8, even, but less than 9. That feels to me like it's 8. Let's see if I can get, is this your card? Is this my card 10? No. Not 10. Is it lower than 9? Yes. Is it lower than 7? No. It's 8. I'm gonna be so upset if it's not 8. Hearts is all that's left. Hearts is all that's left. Oh, we got an easy way, since we have all the space too now, to get it to ask infinite different questions and not cover cards up. You know how I'm gonna do that? We're gonna make it do a train. Every single time I move it, I undo, it just moves by 1. And all the cards are still exposed. So I could keep doing this over and over and over again until I get the question that I want. Choo choo! Everyone on board the heart train. I'm buffering all these in because it's random what questions it asks, It's not based on which card you're using, the order you do them in. It's basically random, except if you do the same card over and over, it likes to repeat the question. And if you do, like, a couple, then it might opt to repeat the question a few times. So I have to give it more and more opportunities to change the question to one that I like. Okay, let's go. So, for hearts. For hearts, we know it's not a face card. I better fucking hope so, because all the face cards have been used. Greater than 5, less than 10. And because greater or less than can include that card, as the 8 of diamonds have shown, every single one of these cards could be it. That's face, we know it's not. It's not giving me a different question. Did my plan... I was making it go choo-choo all the way around, thinking that I beat the system, and I could game it so that I keep getting different questions every time I hit undo. Maybe because it's the same maneuver. Oh, it gave something different. And that's kind of pointless there. Is this your card? Okay. Is this your card? Higher than 5, lower than 10, all these inclusive. 6? No. Is this your card? 7? No. Is it... So if it's not 7, it's not 6. Is it lower than 9? It is lower than 9, so it's not 10. So it's down to 9 or 8 now. Oh, we already have the clue that it's even. That tells me it could be 8, but I want my confirmation. So, if I want to confirm that it's 9, right, or that's 8, right, what I'll do is I'll put it here, and then make the other ones dance. Because this is different stuff that it's doing. It's not just making it all shuffle the same way. I'm making them do different things, and combine with different things. Is this your card? It is 8. Occlude, take it home. 4 coins of photograph ritual achievement. Patient, find every ending in classic mode. So this was Paris, right? You arrange the cards, position the coins, place the focus, a picture of yourself sitting in a chair. The picture was an empty chair. As the coins move, the world shifts. The final sequence takes shape. You feel time bending around you, attempting to accommodate a paradox. With horror, you realize that unmaking the game was never enough. It will exist as long as you do. You glimpse her in the mirror, face half hidden. She seems sad, lonely. Thanks for playing, she says. See you after the shuffle. In the lecture hall the next day, students sit confused. There's no professor, never was, and no lecture booked for the morning, so why are they here? The rain's clearing up. It is going to be a day without clouds. A fly in amber. As our final thing. Credits? Credits, because it took us an extra hour and 12 minutes over. Oh, we got dedications. Took just an extra hour to finish the game up, which is an hour I didn't have last night, sadly. I should have called it early, but I already had the stream disconnect because Twitch is sometimes a goober. There's a close button, but if I don't do anything, I gotta press close. Show us the final bit of lore then. Players come and go, but the cards never change. The game never ends. And there's no way to win. Not in every timeline. God, I'm so alone. But hasn't she forgotten that magician works as an escape focus? So she's got to play the magician ritual and end it that way, right? If she goes back to magician and she wishes really, really hard. But yeah, that is basically Occlude then. And now we have all the lore on the different stories, how they end, stories of a man who murdered his ex-wife and wants to escape. And either he does, he doesn't, or becomes a puppet. Paraguas. Cambridge, right. Allowed or encouraged someone to slip and drown. Taking his coins, his cards as their own. Coffin, Kochek, Butcher. All 3 out of them. Getting more lore the more we go. Which gives some decent dressing. I kind of feel sorry for the 30,000 words that were written for the story Bible with only a fraction of which getting into the game. Which I feel torn on, because this is kind of... It's a twofold game, right? It's the esoteric solitaire against cosmic forces that you don't understand. But it's also a lore game where you get clues as to the greater faction battle going on, the esoteric hints that might be going on. Binary multiplicative. That was my clue for binary in the punch card. The bit of the red text guy was punch cards, yeah? Trying to find the breakout while Castle and the other group are horning in on him. Wants to do something grander than just controlled time manipulation use. Either fails or shatters the world. Using the prior 7 focuses, all these other tragedies that come and go. And finally, someone who wants to end the card game so that all this nonsense can cease to be. But winning the game with that wish in mind wasn't enough, and so the reason the photograph is empty is that she cannot persist. The card game exists even as long as she does, because it's always going to be in her head. So, my confusion then, is she the one in the mirror? The hand-over-eye woman? Because if so, she's been seen as far back as ancient Egypt, so even though she erases herself, she's always a thing then. Kinda makes it feel like for naught then. But with all these realities, the failures, the successes, maybe all of it feeds back into the House of Many Doors. Feeding to the bloat, feeding to the house, resetting and renewing. As long as that infernal heart continues to beat. Nah, this is its own thing. I guess it's alright. The main thing is that it is an esoteric solitaire game, where you have to learn the rules. It might not be the next biggest game on Steam, but it's fun. And what more can a game of this size, of this scope, what more could it set out to be than fun and engaging, and a little bit tricky here or there? Even though I feel the photograph might have had too many tricks in it, even if someone's been taking ample notes, even if someone has been keeping the green text in the back of their mind the entire game, awaiting for it to bear fruit. How would I simplify it without making it too easy? If specific cards got specific questions, you might put yourself in a situation where you can't ask the questions you want. But I guess that's why I play games and don't make them, because I don't have the easy answer for how do you get a puzzle with this level of complexity and not have it just go over the heads of those who are looking in the right places. Sometimes it can't be helped. Sometimes you puzzle through for 20 or 50 hours, or sometimes you go onto the Steam discussion forum to confirm, no, all your assumptions were correct, and if those are correct, then keep in mind what it's doing and realize what the pattern actually is. You're looking at patterns that don't exist, Guinea. They're not true. But I guess that's that. We've gone through the story, we've unlocked all the lores. There's story difficulty. Story difficulty is even easier. I think the undos aren't limited as much as they already aren't in classic mode, and you get 2 purgatory slots. 2 purgatory slots means that it's so much easier to clear things up because you got 2 spaces you could work with. There is an achievement for sorting all the cards without putting any into the foundation on the left first. If you just sort all these cards together into 4 stacks, one per suit. That's a whole lot easier if you got these 2 up here you can work with. There's no difficulty requirement for that one, is there? Occlude. I'm only missing 1 more achievement. No, 2 more achievements. Oh, hold on. Oh, I see. The +2 for the achievements on the page isn't +2 remaining. It's just showing all the ones I've accomplished. +2 that don't fit on there. The 1 hidden remaining achievement under my achievements. Details revealed once it's unlocked. If I go to global achievements, I could just scroll down and open it. Yeah. Oh, in classic mode. It has to be in classic mode. So you can't rely on the second space. Well, I guess that means I'm gonna call it here for today then. Except there is still so much time left in the day, so maybe I'll go ahead and do a part 2 later today's stream. Because there are things that I want to finish in The Girl from Gunma Kai too. There are things I might have learned. Secrets and patterns. So I think that maybe I'll give myself a little break. And then we'll go to doing a second stream this afternoon. That could be fun. For now, let's throw a raid onto Schubert, who's playing Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. I didn't see any Laser Eyes when I last took a look at Schubert. Maybe he's found them, the same way that after an hour we finally found our ending for Occlude. Don't take the saltiness last night as any indicator. I just want to try to wrap the game up before shopping time, and I couldn't! If I had an extra hour, if I wasn't pressed for time, we could have finished it in one go! But it's fine. I enjoyed it. So thank you guys for hanging out. Stick around to the raid to Schubert. And I think I'll see you guys later tonight to squeeze in a little girl from Gunma Kai. Try to find some more secrets before I gotta go make dinner. So until then, take care of yourselves.
Tsuki no showerを優しく浴びるとさよならの痛みも消えてゆくよああ思い切り今日生きたやつにはもっと大きな明日がきっと来るのさ 新しく雲の輝こう強く